I'm live. Haven't been live in a long time. I've been recharging. So I want to do a live today about just checking things. But I want to do a live today expressing everything that I think about. A live on the tangible form thought process of my mind. And if you read my book or you've been following my channel, I talk about reprogramming your system. So today, I want to talk about what is reprogramming. What is, Nikki, you talk about reprogramming all the time. Like, what are you talking about? So reprogramming is mental programming is a program, it's a loop, it's a prison, it's a pattern that you keep doing every single day, just repeating the same thing, getting the same outcome. It's what is it called? Chaos. It's called so many different things, but a lot of us, as I settle into this conversation, a lot of us, we look outside of ourselves for a solution, but we don't realize that the program is looping within us, and we can't change the channel outside of us. We can't change the program outside of us. We change the program within us because we have the internal remote control. You understand? Okay, I'm letting this land a little bit as I get excited being on this live right now. So we want to change the way we look. We want to change our environment. We want to change our weight. We want to change how we love our friends, our relationships. We want to change so much, right? But you can't change things from outside of you. And sometimes we think we can. We think that we can overthink everything. We think we can think our way into change, aka overthink everything. We think that we could just take a piece of paper and just figure things out like a problem, like a math problem, like a puzzle. But you have to figure it out internally first. You have to. Before you put it on paper, even if you put it on paper, I'm casting a spell. You still have to believe in that spell. Your vibration has to match with the words that you put on the paper, the puzzle that you're trying to solve. So what I'm saying is everything has to happen internally first. Everything. Anything that you want, you have to see it in your mind. When you see it in your mind, you can project it out. I want to change the way I look. I feel like I'm overweight because, I had a kid last year and I just have a lot of baby weight on me and I want to change it. Okay, you change it internally first. You see yourself and how you want to look internally. And once you lock into that vibration, you start projecting it out, and you have to do the work. You have to show up. All you have to do is show up. Show up at the gym, feel it, see it, it happens. You want to change jobs, see it, feel it, make it happen. I want to invite more love into my life. Feel it, see it, make it happen. You have to be it first. You have to feel it first. You have to envision it first. You have to vibrate with it first before you can change the channel. So like I said, a lot of times we think, and when I say we, obviously I'm saying collectively, this is a general conversation that I'm having, that if this resonates with anybody, or if you know somebody that this might resonate with, hey, send them my live right now. So we want change. We have to be the change. A lot of times we put ourselves, I have a lot of noise out here, but I'm still rocking. A lot of times we put ourselves in mental prison. And we don't know that we're in this mental prison, in this emotional prison, because we're so used to seeing the bars. We're so used to being in this cage that we don't know any different. Even if you take the cage, even if you take the windows, even if you take the walls, we're still going to operate in this loop of a prison where we just don't see any way out. We're just operating in this little square, this small foundation that we believe we only deserve. But when you actually start looking up and stop looking down, you start looking in and stop looking out, you can actually see that you are free. You don't have to be emotionally stuck. You don't have to be AKA emotionally programmed. You don't have to be in this mental prison. You can actually mentally, what this live is about, you can mentally reprogram. You can free yourself. You don't have to be bound by emotions. And let me build this up. A lot of times we have old programs operating, and these old programs you were raised with. You were taught from your parents, and your parents were taught from their parents, and this is passed along in your DNA. This is passed along within your bloodline. This trauma, this lack, this low vibrational ego, this program of hard work that's going to get you somewhere, this lack of money, this lack of confidence, this lack of just being. You grow up with this program, and you think this program is normal, and you just like, hey, I was always raised like this. Hey, this is something that I'm used to. Like, I don't know anything else. Like, this is what my family does. I don't really want to like step outside of it, because like it's weird, Nikki. Like, it's weird. This is normal, and this is how I want to raise my kids. I want to raise my kids in this linear life, where it's just A, B, C, D. I had a post I put up earlier where I talk about like life is just not going to school, graduating, getting a job, going on vacations, with scraping the bank, then retiring, and then dying, or going to a nursing home and then dying. That's not life. That is a program. Life doesn't have to be like that. Life can be whatever you want it to be. You don't have to be sucked into the outdated program. You don't have to keep doing the same things that your family does, even if you like it. You don't have to stay within that ceiling. You can break the ceiling, do more things. But it's your life. A lot of times we get comfortable with the life, and we just think, it's just life. You know, I'm just happy that, I woke up today. I'm happy that I'm just alive, because a lot of people don't wake up. I'm just thankful that I have what I have, because some people don't have. That's a program. That's a lack. That's putting yourself like you should be just grateful for what you have. No, I'm going to break the ceiling, and I'm going to receive more. Like, there's no ceiling, there's no budget where I can't go, beyond this. I only can, God only wants me to have this much. No, it's unlimited. Abundance is unlimited. What you want to do in life is unlimited. You could do whatever you want. Whatever you want. If you want to be out there and just be a bad person, you can do that. If you want to be a great person, you just want to create from a foundation. Let me make sure I'm staying with the mic. If you want to create from a foundation, from your truth, from your love, from listening to your heart and doing things that excite you, you can do that too. You could do whatever you want in this life. You don't have to be sucked into a mental program. You don't have to be sucked into a mental prison. There's always a way out. So right now, if you're stuck, there's a way out. If you feel lost, there's direction. If you feel like life is just this, and you feel like you're just living a repeated loop every single day. I wake up, I do this, I do that. It's the same thing every day. Listen, you can change it. This mental reprogramming is, you change your thoughts, you change your life. And when you change your thoughts, you start changing the way you feel, the way you see things. And when you start feeling it, you start vibrating it, you start believing it. When you start believing it, I'm getting a lot of notifications right now. When you start believing it, and when you start vibrating in that energy, you kind of like almost lock in. It's like you become the key in the hole. You start projecting the life. And then you realize you are the creator of your reality. And the hard part, I talk about this all the time with my clients, the hard part of changing things is just the belief. We get in our own way because we think we can outthink stuff. Let me not confuse you. We think we can outthink stuff, but all you could do is vibrate. Vibrate. The thought is the first part. Just, I see myself living right next to the ocean. I see myself with my tea cup and just looking out to the horizon while I'm sipping. You start to think it, right? And then you start to feel it. Then you start to believe it. And then when you align with that, then you start to project it. And life, the outside world starts to align with the inside world. Vice versa. Everything aligns. And all of your seeds, and these are seeds that you're planting, they're seeds of intention. Let me close my eyes for a second. These are seeds of intention that you are planting so this fruit can grow. They talk about this all the time in many texts. The Bible, we talk about being fruitful. Being fruitful is just not giving. It's giving and receiving. It's planting, allowing your seeds to grow, cultivating what you want, and allowing to harvest your abundance, your goals, all of your desires to actually become fruitful, so you can actually enjoy the fruit. It's just not being fruitful all the time where you're thinking like, let me supply. No, let's grow. So let me run it back again. To be fruitful in your life so you can enjoy your harvest, you have to plant the seed of intention. And the seed of intention is the things that you desire, the things that you envision, the things that you are worthy of, the things that you dream about, the things that you want in life. You start planting those seeds, you start feeling it, you start moving with it, and then allow the universe, allow God to align it into your life. A lot of times we think that we're just not worthy. And I'm telling you, you are. You're just in a mental prison, an emotional prison, that you don't feel like you're worthy of something, or you feel like you can't get it because you're locked into this box, or you don't feel like you're worthy of it because you bring yourself down so low. And to wrap up this live, because I'm saying a lot, I'm just giving it a lot in so many different ways. I'll leave it like that. Examples: mental, emotional programs are just outdated stories that you keep telling yourself. You keep convincing yourself that it's true. And it's not always your fault, because you were born into this. It's in your bloodline. It's in your DNA codes. And it's normal. And I'm telling you, you can reprogram that into, you know what? In my family, we had a lot of lack. We had a lot of men that were depressed. Let me reprogram that program, that outdated program that we're not enough, that my family, nobody in my family has money. We all lack money. We all grew up in a welfare system, or the color of our skin is going to keep us at this certain level where opportunities are not there. You know what? Sports is the only thing that's going to get me to college. It's not my mind. Those are outdated programs. You know what? Separation. You know what? Let me stay with my people. Everybody stay with their people. Let's just keep this separation. That is outdated programming. The church is the only way. Let's separate spirituality. Let's call people like witchcraft this and this. That is outdated programming. And that's another lie we'll talk about. I'm fat. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of love. You know what? I'm just going to get, you know what? If somebody treats me a little bit right, I'll take that love. You know what? I'm in survival mode. I'm with this person just so I can survive. I'm working this job so I can pay the bills. You know what? I'm not doing what I want to do to make me happy because I got to provide for my family right now. You know what? I got into a car accident. I just can't operate like I do. Oh, I'm sick. I have diabetes. I have cancer. Those are outdated programs. I don't care if it's happening in your life right now. It's an outdated program. Stop convincing yourself that life is like this and that you're stuck in this mental prison, that you're stuck in this emotional prison. If you read my book, if you know, you've been following a lot of what I teach, emotions are just stories. All these outdated, densely layered stories that are on you, that are making you dark, that are bringing you down low, that is polluting your soil of your foundation. Let's change that. Let's change the foundation. Let's heal the foundation. And healing the foundation so you could plant the seeds of intention so you can change the program. It starts with you. What do you want? What do you want in life? What are your dreams? What are your desires? Tell me. Tell yourself. And that's where you start. And things that no longer resonate with you, friends, family, things, people, places, things, if they don't align to the path that you see for yourself, if they are polluting your garden, if they're shading your tree of life, they gotta go. They gotta be moved. And it's you creating energetic boundaries so you can cultivate, so you can grow the seeds of your intentions. You can grow and you can actually enjoy your harvest. And when people look at you like, oh my goodness, your garden is beautiful, aka your dreams, how did you get there? Because I healed the root, aka I started reprogramming outdated programs. I started to remove things from my mind. I started removing things from my energy. I started removing things from the way I feel. I started removing things from my vibration that no longer served me. And I started creating a new foundation. And from this new foundation, I allowed things to grow. And I showed up every day and I watered my intentions. I watered them. I don't care what nobody was saying. I was still watering. I was still dedicated to growing this tree of my life and allowing the fruit. I allowed myself to be fruitful. And from this fruit, I'm enjoying my harvest. And that's how I got it. I started to mentally reprogram. I started changing the channel within. I stopped looking outside of myself for the solution, and I started looking in for my solution. I stopped looking for a savior and realized that I was the savior. I started changing. I stopped yelling at the mirror, because the mirror was just the reflection of my thoughts, aka the reflection of me at this time, in this space, in this reality. I stopped yelling at the mirror, and I started changing the reflection of the mirror, because I changed the reflection in my mind. Remember, the mirror is just a portal. So everything you see, you're kind of like quantum shifted into, like, the mirror only reflects back what you are right now. So aka I'm quantum shifting. I'm changing who I am. Who am I? Who am I? Who do I want to be? Who do I feel to be? Putting on so many different masks in the mirror. Okay, this mask doesn't work. Taking off the mask. Start reprogramming yourself, getting back to yourself, getting back to the authentic part of you. And when you get back to the root, aka the authentic part of you, you start reprogramming. You start saying, I don't like this mask. I would not wear this mask. I don't want to operate this way. I want to operate this way. I'm not operating in survival. I am operating in flow. I'm not operating in your system. I'm operating in my system. And that is what mental reprogramming is about. That is what reprogramming your system is about. That is what weight loss is about. It's never physical. It's always vibrational. And the vibrational part is mental. Life is a manifestation. It's a continuous game of manifestation. And the reason why I call it a game, because you're shifting and you're figuring out life. You're experiencing life. You're experiencing you. You're getting to know you. It's the game of purpose. And a lot of us, we're trying to find our purpose. We're reading this book. We're reading that book. We're following this person. Those are nice GPS reminders. Those are nice, cheat guide tools to follow this person or follow that person. But at the end of the day, you follow yourself. A book can resonate with you. This life can resonate with you. It's just, I'm helping you tap into remembrance. So, hey, I'll lead you to the water, but now you got to drink. Okay. I'm going to leave it right there. But what is mental reprogramming? It's the mental and emotional, vibrational reprogramming of you from the inside out. You want to change your life? Change within first, and then you'll change your whole life. And it takes time, because you don't know how, if you believe in time. We are so densely, at times, emotionally layered with so many programs from generation to generation. We have so much baggage, and we have to unpack it. And unpacking it could be painful, because you're breaking generational curses. You're healing generational trauma. Every time you heal the past. 7 years in the past, 7 years in the future. You're healing so many generations of you. You're healing so many generations of your bloodline. You're freeing so many of your ancestors. You're not just healing yourself. You're healing all aspects of you. So, if you feel stuck, take a moment to close your eyes, put your hand over your heart, and breathe. And ask yourself this question. Ask yourself in the mirror. Because we yell at the mirror a lot. We judge the mirror a lot. But ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want in this life? And when you feel that answer, and you feel confident in that answer, and you don't care what nobody has to say with that answer, that's where the foundation of you, that's where you start to change the channel of your life happens. And you realize, wow, I am the creator of my reality. Stay rich. Peace.